Jason High here to the program today. Get ready for World Series of Fighting 31. Mike Ricci is his opponent. We're actually talking beards right now.
Talking beards, man.
For some of you guys that watch, you've heard me say it before, but I actually used to do a comb over because I'm patchy, right here. So I finally went to a barber. He's like, "Why are you trying to comb over that? Like, why are you?" I'm like, "Because that's just where my line is, right?" He goes, "Look, we can fix this real quick," and he just brought my line down lower to skip the patch, and so now it's it's a full beard. It's great. Like I get
incredible.
It's actually funny because when I go work stunts for like Hawaii 5-0 or for NCSLA, I'll walk in and it'll be whoever one of the leads, whether it's LL Cool J or Scotty Khan. I'm like, oh my gosh, like, I haven't seen you in like a month. Like, what the hell? Your beard it's huge. It's luxurious. Like, what's going on? I'm like, dude, man, I got DNA. It's good genetics.
Amazing. This is like 6 weeks for me. I mean, it doesn't
really
get that full. Yeah. Maybe like four to six. I can't remember.
Dude,
exactly.
That's really good. For 4 to 6 weeks, that's really good.
And I don't know. I wish it was like, I want it to be like,
You got to play with it. You got to groom it. You got to pet it. You got to brush it. You got to feed it. It's like a stinking pet.
If I get the pick out and start picking it out, it gets nice and puffy, but
gets bushy.
Yeah, a little bit more.
All right. So it's I'm assuming for your fight, you're gonna keep the beard.
Oh no, I'm cutting it.
Why? Why are you gonna grow it this long and then cut it? Like,
I always cut it. I like the goatee. It just looks cleaner. I look. It just looks better to me. Personally.
You look like the same man child whether you got a beard or not. It doesn't make a difference. Like you're.
Yeah.
You got that young face no matter what you do.
Yeah, I look even younger. With the goatee. I mean, I look like a teenager. Not quite a teenager, but to teenagers these days, let me tell you.
Right.
Old man,
You were down American Top Team in Florida training, right? And just got back?
Yep. Yeah, I got back last Wednesday. It's about a week ago.
How is the new facility?
Oh, man, it's amazing, bro. It's like
really?
MMA Disneyland, I call it. They got dorms. They got a juice bar. Just incredible mat space. They have kind of two sectioned off mat spaces and then a full cage. And then they have a couple of the rooms. They have, a long strip of AstroTurf behind for conditioning type of stuff. It's a one-stop shop, man. It's only pretty much the only time I was leaving was to go to the grocery store.
Yeah. So how are the dorms? Because a lot of people I interview talk about the dorms up in TriStar when they go up to Montreal and stay, and they say they're nice, but it's still a dorm. You got a bunch of guys living or a bunch of girls living in the same area, and it's still a dorm situation. Cool. What's it like over there?
It's like a little hotel room. I mean, it's not like it looks like a dorm. It's got 2 beds in it. You got your little refrigerator in there, and closet. That's about it,
Bathroom, shower? Yeah,
you got to walk down to the bathroom and showers. I mean, I don't know. It felt kind of like junior nationals to me, like just go down and train, I don't know. Just that's what it reminded me of when I first got there.
Yeah, kind of the way you're describing it kind of reminds me of Get Ready for Fargo. That's kind of what it reminds me of.
Totally. You're in the dorms and you walk over to the arena, go work out, walk back. It's pretty. That's what it reminded me of, man.
So is that now, because of brand new facility, does that now make ATT the best place to go now because they now have everything's brand new, or is it still? And you're a little biased because that's obviously we see the American Top Team sticker over your shoulder and.
Honestly, the building's just a nice wrapper. I mean, the team is what you go down there for. What I go down there for.
Yeah.
The coaches and the guys, the workout partners. I would have been fine with doing that in the old place. The old place was great, 20,000 square feet. It's gigantic. Yeah. The old place was an amazing gym.
So what was training like down there now for you? Because you've got to be a little more specific in your training routines. You can't just be, I'm getting ready for a fight, but I'm really just a body for somebody else. So you got to kind of have Jason high time when you're down there. So what was it like?
Yeah, I get a good mix of both, man. Because I like, one of the main things I like is just going down there and being part of the team, man. Just going down there and working out with everybody and working hard. But yeah, I definitely get enough individual time. They have a lot of good coaches and a lot of knowledgeable people down there. So, I feel like I get a good mix of between those two. I like both of them. Like, I don't want to do all the stuff by myself,
Right.
I like having other guys working around me, you know.
It makes sense, and it's for as much of an individual sport as mixed martial arts is. It really is about your team too, but not necessarily just the team you're working out with, but your coaches and your coaching staff, because those guys really are giving you phrases and noises of what you need to do next when you're in there.
Yeah, and you're getting feedback from these guys, you know. So like, good workout partner, you work out with them after the round or after the workout, and then you discuss what just went on. You know, was this working, or how did that feel? You know, that kind of thing. So it's just a lot of, you know, I get some of that up here too, but obviously my guys are younger, you know, so they're not just able to push me like some of those guys can, you know. So
how long were you down there for?
I was only down there for 2.5 weeks.
Okay. Now, how come you're not doing like your full training camp down there?
I got the gym, man. Me and LC got this gym, and you know, don't stop. So I'm here. You know, I get good workouts here too, though, man. I got it down. It's one of the things I was talking with Nate Coy down there, and he's like, man, whatever you're doing up there is working. You know, so I felt good about that. I feel good about the work I'm getting here, honestly. So
you just go down and basically for a refresher, get a couple of different looks.
Yeah, you go down there just to turn it up a little bit, and you know, kind of see. It's always good for me just to see where I'm at. You know, you go down there, and I'm like, okay, like just like we were talking about, am I doing stuff right up here, or is it not working out? You know, so yeah, it's good. It's good. It's a good like all around trip. You know.
So who's going to corner you then for this fight?
I'm gonna have LC corner me.
Okay.
My main corner. Yeah.
And so who helped you out with the game plans you put together for Mike Ricci?
I've been talking a lot with Mo about game plan. I talk with LC a lot about that kind of stuff too. Yeah, I talked with Cattell. We did a lot when I was down there. One of the kickboxing coaches down there in Makaha. So, you know, I like to get a little, you know, thoughts from everybody, you know, and see, because everybody's looking at it from a different angle, you know. But yeah, we're definitely gonna have a good plan for this guy. I mean, he's a tough guy.
Now you go in, you just got back. It's been a week, but you get back from American Top Team in Florida, and then you're up at your place in Kansas. And now all of a sudden it's like, LC, this is what we discussed. This is what we did while we were down there. Here's the game plan, and this is what I kind of wanted, what we're looking for, what we're looking to do. And then is it a quick conversation to get LC on the same page, or do you have to like take him like write notes, or how's that process?
No, me and LC, well, you know, we work out together pretty much every day when I'm here, so we're kind of always bouncing back and forth, you know, text messages or whatever. But I don't know. We're not talking by talking a game plan. I'm just talking about, I like to look at what kind of stuff that the guy's doing, you know, what kind of tendencies he has. And you know, I don't want to get in there and go to this game plan and then it starts not working and I'm lost, you know, the plan's changing, whatever. You know, going into a fight and practice. Excuse me. She's always taking over my.
I know, right? I saw it.
Not always.
Always. She's got to get hers in. You know what I'm saying?
Always trying to mess with the rabbit ears. Always. So it's easy then to get LC on track for the game plan. This is for the so people at home kind of understand. When you ask somebody about their game plan actually means something different to each person. Some people come in like Jason was saying, they have a whole game plan. They have a whole thing of what's going to happen, when it's going to happen. And then you've got other guys like kind of loose, like this is just kind of what I think is going to go down, and I'm just going to kind of play with it. And in MMA, it's tough to have a full-on, long-out game plan because there's so much stuff going on, and there's so many things.
Literally, it's chaos, man. Like, literally anything can happen. Like, you've been to fights and seen the lights shut off in the middle of the fight. What do? Do you keep beating the guy up? I would probably just keep beating him up. You know, I don't know. But
well, here's a question for you. What's the rule? What are you supposed to do in that situation?
I've never heard that rule being talked about at a rules meeting.
You don't stop until the ref stops you. The ref, in that case, it should be close enough to go, okay, lights are out, stop, time, call stop, get you guys back to neutral corners and wait a second.
Yeah, that's protect yourself at all times is the only rule. I mean, of course there's rules, but, you know, I mean, literally anything can happen. So I don't want to be set and do like a super rigid thing and then, you know, the lights go off. What am I doing now? Oh my God, you know? Yeah.
It's
me, you know.
How much have you seen the sport change in the last you've been doing this since 2005. So we're already looking at 11 years. Like, how much has the sport changed?
God, this is so ridiculous. Man, I was doing my first fight was in a country bar, probably a bunch of, I don't want to say rednecks because that's obviously.
No,
But
pretty much. That's one of my first ones in a country bar too, and it's
yeah,
bunch
they
of
just
rednecks.
come to see a fight. I almost got into a fight walking away from the fight. Like I almost got into a fight going to the fight and away from the cage. So it's come a long way, man. I mean, I've been to shows that were, yeah, I've been to shows that were in like barns, back in the day. You go into this out in the country and you go into a barn and they have a cage. I want to say a cage, right? I don't want to associate it with what we use to fight in today because it wasn't, obviously. But it's come a long way, man. And it's still got a ways to go. Honestly, I feel like we're just breaking into it, and you see, like there's a lot of stuff that's going on that could go either way for fighters and organizations. So,
well, I actually was talking about today with Darren Yap, my strength and conditioning coach here in Hawaii, and I was like, MMA has just gone from elementary school to junior high school. We've gone from 6th grade to 7th grade, and remember, and most people don't remember, but that 7th grade year, you walk into the school, you were the big person on campus at elementary school, and now you're the smallest person on campus at junior high, and you're not sure what to do or where to go. And MMA is kind of in that development stage right now. We're just like trying to get our footing out and try to figure things are going. And when you got guys like BJ Penn getting banned because he used an IV in March for a June fight, and like, yeah, you can't because you can't use IVs at all. And he wasn't doing anything illegal; he was just using an IV. And that's the illegal portion of it. You're like, well, now
that's what I mean. That's the kind of things where stuff like that changes, or like the weigh-in rule where they're doing a percentage now. I mean, that's not even affect me. Like, I don't even know why I care about it so much, but you got to consult these guys before you go effing up their process. It's just out of respect. Like, hey, say you missed the 8% rule, you go to counseling from people that have never cut weight. Like, I'm they're listening to you tell me how to cut weight. I've never missed weight. What are we talking about? Why am I here? So
that's a safety issue. It's like now we're trying to make things safer so we don't have any more long-term brain injury things. But it's like, well, now a guy's going to have to walk in for at least at 170. He has to walk in at 184 on Tuesday before he makes weight on Friday. And it's like, well, for most guys that are under control and have their weight in a serious place, you're not showing up 25 pounds over the week of. Yeah, you're showing up about 10 or 15 over. So 84 is not that big of a deal. But if you're making 35 and you come in 10 or 15 over, you're outside your realm. Like it's a different percentage. So
every fighter that is a professional is trying to maximize their performance. So they're not skimping that on the weight cut. It's like it's ignorant of them to think that we're just effing around the weight cut. No, we're trying to do it as well as you can. Like, everybody's had a bad weight cut that's fucked up the fight the next day. And nobody, that's not what we're trying to do.
And that it's also a situation where there's a lot of guys that are fighting because they think, and it happens at your gym all the time. I know it does because it happens at every gym around the country, that they think within a year they're going to be the UFC champion, and they literally just walked off the couch. And because they've watched the fight since they were little kids, and they've watched a bunch of YouTube videos that think they can do it, and somehow, in a lot of these places, those guys do a couple amateur fights, do pretty well, and all of a sudden they're pros.
They could be on an undercard.
And it's like, how is this guy even here? So it's not for the Jason Highs of the world. It's for that one guy that's over there that's only done 5 bouts in competitions in his entire life, never did anything else, and he somehow is a pro now. That's the guy that's going to get somebody hurt. That's the guy that's going to give a black eye on the industry.
Yeah. Well, maybe I don't know, if you have consult with the fighters, have some kind of system. If you have so many weights that you've made, we've monitored, you can be exempt from this. I don't know. It's got to be. I'd just be happier with the discussion than them throwing rules at the guys. So.
Yeah, it's a difficult situation, but on the one hand, you have the UFC that didn't consult anybody and said, these are now going to be the rules that we were using in MMA. And since we're the biggest dog in the house, these are now the rules that everybody's going to use in MMA, and all the commissions followed suit. Then you have the UFC going, well, look, now we're going to implement this weight thing starting in July. I think it starts with UFC 200, and every other commission is like, yep, we're going to follow suit. And then California is already doing testing. They're not stopping anybody from coming in. They're trying to figure out the formula, but they've been doing testing for like a year on this. Like, how's guys going to come in?
Weigh each other and stuff, or where they people and they monitor it. That's fine. Like, I would, let's do that. Let's see what guys are coming in at, and monitor him over the week, and so we can have some kind of baseline. That's fine. That would be great. I think that would be great.
But the problem is having that like long-term discussion with everybody makes it just drag out. And you got to admit, in a sport, when the big dog in the room goes, nope, this is what's going to happen now, then everyone just kind of follows suit. It's like they don't really see a point in having a discussion with anybody. They're just like, no, we've already had the discussion amongst ourselves, and this is what the wrestlers have to do. Like, okay, all right, guess this is the new rule. That's how it's going to work. So how do you see Mike Ricci? Do you see him as a lateral move? Do you see him as a step down as an opponent? Like, how do you see this fight?
No, man. I mean, he's a tough guy. He's got obviously a great camp, solid skills, but no, I think he's a tough fighter, man. He's a good match,
How do you think this fight? What do you think he's going to do? I don't want to ask you how you think the fight's going to go, because we always know that you're going to knock him out and win. So
I think he's probably going to try to stay outside and pick me off. That's what, if I was him, that's what I would do.
Does that make for a boring fight, or does that make for a more exciting fight when a guy is kind of trying to stay outside of your strikes?
I don't really think he'll be trying to avoid the fight.
Okay.
Staying outside. I don't necessarily mean like by staying outside he's going to be trying to avoid the fight, but it could make for a slower first round and a half.
Yeah. So you start catching up with him and getting after it.
Yep.
All right, last question before you get you out of here, Jace. What's your weight like? Because you said that percentage thing doesn't bother you at all right now. What's your weight like right now?
I didn't say it doesn't bother me. I mean, man, when I fought my first fight at 155, I was 174 on Tuesday.
Oh, that's right.
I was like, holy shit! But then I went and worked out. It came off really easy, man.
Yeah.
It was pretty routine after that. Like I worked out once, I lost 8 pounds, and that was like probably 45-minute workout.
Okay.
8 pounds, I was like, it's gonna be easy, and it was pretty routine, So then the second time I was 71 when we got there, so that was better, and I just weighed out this morning at 71 also. So
okay,
good.
Yeah, you're 16 pounds over right now. That's nothing, yeah. And you'll be probably 12 pounds when you get there.
Nah, I'd probably guess I'll be 70 or 71.
Oh, you still keep it that high? Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I don't see any reason to. I mean, if I could be in the 60s, that would be cool, But yeah. I'm not gonna stress out over it. I'm just.
But you want to be in the 60s fully hydrated. You want to be in the 60s dehydrated and having to hold that.
Yeah, like I'll be at that point on Monday. Like this is what stuff that they maybe don't know. Like on Monday, I'll be slamming water. Right, I'll be have probably two gallons of water, 16 pounds of water.
Right.
So. I should be a little high,
Yeah.
That's what it is.
So it's going to be interesting to see how the new rule changes come in. I think a lot of guys have to shift weight classes because they're just not going to be able to figure it out and how to get their rhythm down.
Yeah. Well, this is the thing. Did they say like any real penalties for that thing? I don't know what the penalties are going to be, but all I saw was like they said they were going to do weight cutting counseling and so you have to be monitored for your next weight cut, and I don't know, unless they make it really inconvenient, I would just do what I normally do.
My understanding, and please, for the folks at home, don't go nuts if I'm wrong, you can't fight that weekend.
Oh,
you get counseling, but you can't fight that weekend. So it's like you show up and you got no competition, so there's no money.
I didn't see that.
So that's a big enough kick in the ass right there. It's not like everyone's making millions of dollars. But you're taking those few $1,000s out of somebody's pocket that they're riding on.
I mean, nobody wants to F it up at the weight cut.
Yeah, I know.
So, well, that would obviously change things, and I would never miss.
Yeah. So now all of a sudden, I'm going to make weight. I'm going to walk in behind it if I have to, because that's what I have to do. So. Yeah. All right, Jace, thanks so much, man. Have fun at this fight. It's going to be great. It's on June 17th, World Series of Fighting 31, Foxwoods Resort Casino in Connecticut.
Yes, sir.
All right, Jace, have fun, man. We'll talk to you soon.
I will. Talk to you later, man.